I think we must all realize that he said make in India, not made in India. So made in India by a number of people sitting here who make products and who make them here, and maybe you can export them, maybe. He didn't say that. He said make in India. So he's basically attracting foreign manufacturers to come to India to make products here and re-export to their marketing domains, either their country or some other country. So therefore, hidden behind what he said was that India should become another China. If you go to America, you touch any product, consumer products, usually made in China. Only can you come to textiles, you find that made in Bangladesh or made in India. Pharmaceuticals, we don't go to pharmaceuticals in a different. We don't buy them. Okay, pharmaceuticals. So, some success stories are there, pharmaceuticals and automobile components. So therefore, China has 34% of its GDP as manufacturing. India is only 15%. And 15% to go up to 25% is a tall order. And therefore our manufacturing is gradually dwindling. Our services have gone up. So therefore, not much of activity on the manufacturing front. So Modi, the Prime Minister, said that manufacturing should go up. And many people have said that Modi's statement and later the Government of India's actions and the actions of the state governments will give an impetus to manufacturing. So manufacturing will grow from 15% to maybe 20-21%. But the word made in India is targeted towards foreign companies coming here, setting up shop. Instead of China, you do it in India. That's all the basic idea. That's why Prime Minister said we have a separate cell in the PMO to handle all these Americans or Japanese or whoever wants to set up an industry here. That's fair enough, that's good. It's a good slogan. Good slogan to become a reality. I'm not counting us. All of us are made in India category. Make in India is those foreigners who will come and make in India. Now to make it a success, slogan has to become policies and an execution. As I said in the morning, we are all good talkers, not good doers. We talk, we plan, but we don't do. So execution is very poor. We are poor executives. So when you internationalize your business like Dr. Reddy has done, it's necessary that you deliver in time, you produce a good quality, you do so many things that not required or not demanded by the Indian industry. So therefore, to manufacture for the whole world is a different order of things, which of course Prasad knows about it. That's why they are very particular about their various things. The products that you make has to be of international design. You can't make any product and expect it to sell. It has to be a product of a design that is internationally accepted and state of the art, so that it can be taken. Quality to be world class. We can't produce, quality of our products has improved a lot since last 10-15 years, but still not enough. We still make products that are not good, and rejection rates are high, and even at customers level. So therefore, a lot has to be done to upgrade our quality so that you can sell in the world class, world markets. Productivity, we have improved our productivity, but still not good enough. Unless you are as productive as anybody else, you will not be. We run a brick and mortar industry, steel. So we found out that we employ 3 times the people as a comparable factory in America. So you have 3 times the people because our people cost less. So 3 times is good enough. But 3 times the people also creates a lot of labor problems and other problems. And whenever a human being touches a product, the quality suffers. There is no question about it. So that's why there is a lot of merit in automation. The more you automate, the more you go for machines, the more you go for robotics, the better it is because the product is not touched by human hand and hence of a superior quality. So therefore, we must also produce at a cost that is lower than or equal to China or somebody else. Otherwise, you can't sell. So therefore, this business of make in India or made in India by us and export. Prasad is a shining example of exporting, but I am not that good an example. Our products, we sold about 1400 crores last year, but our exports were maybe 30 crores, 2%. So it's still low. So if you want to produce more and export more, then so many things have to happen. And management commitment has to be there. So therefore we have to work on it. Now when you want foreigners to come here, the first thing they see is, okay, they will bring money. As Prasad has said, money can come from various sources, but the government of India is solving the finance problem by asking somebody to come. And secondly, markets. Markets is a big problem. Market for your products. Because they come and they already have developed markets, so the market is also solved. They have manufacturing procedures, methods, designs, so they supplant here. So therefore, manufacturing, market, finance, all three are on. All three they will bring. The question is, what are we doing? Then they will say that approvals, as our Chief Secretary said, approvals will be given very fast. So that's half the battle won. But there are other problems. Labor, you employ labor and you tend to do a lot of labor laws. Labor laws have not changed since 1950. You can't go on like this. So therefore, number of labor laws need to be changed. Land acquisition, you have to acquire land to build up a factory. That also partly government can play a role by acquiring land, keeping a land bank and distributing land. So that can be solved to some extent. But otherwise, Land Acquisition Act has to be changed to become more user-friendly. Energy, power availability, because however much we say that you come to Telangana and start an industry, other things being wonderful, still people will say, what about power? So therefore, we have to solve our power problem to attract more industries. And green environment clearances improved, but the last 2-3 years our story has not been good. People sat on environmental clearances, so we don't clear from banking and finance. So therefore, number of acts have to be changed to make it attractive for foreigners to come. And we are not the only ones. They can go to various places. They can go to Indonesia, they can go to Malaysia, they can go to Singapore, which are, the ease of doing business is much better there. As you know, as Anil Airport has shown, we are something like 150 or 136 or something on the scale. World Bank has noted. Ease of doing business. Now, our Prime Minister says 136, I will make it up to 15 next 1 or 2 years. Now that requires a lot of change, a lot of mindset change. Because, up till now the government and the industries something like a opposite role. The government thinks that the industries are there to make money, so they don't come together, they don't get together. Prasad told that in America, then the mayor himself came and said, "Will you come?" So therefore, it's high time we remove mistrust. We start trusting our people, start believing our people, and go ahead and do a wonderful job. And both the government and entrepreneurs have to work towards setting up new enterprises which will provide products and also jobs. So therefore, I think a number of things have been done. I think it's a very good thing that the new government and the new act, single window, is a wonderful thing. And more such things have been done. Recently, I went to America. I just came back. And not that I had any great things to hide, but while going through, there was no customs official, nobody stopped. And there was a small box, draw box, and a small slit, and you put your customs declaration form in that. It's a small thing, but it gave me a wonderful feeling. And same thing with a lot of foreigners. Because when you go to America or Europe, nobody asks, just walk through. You collect your bags and walk through. So there's no reason, no small things. We have been dilly-dallying and we have been asking too much. So therefore, I think we should revisit all our laws and regulations and rules and procedures and see that they are more friendly, more modern, more in line with international practices so that we can attract more people to come and make in India. So let's hope that this Make in India activity becomes a great success and we all will have to participate, because we know if China can succeed, we can also succeed. But to what extent, we'll have to see. Thank you.